First of all, thanks for joining us on the Aire, Ian. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Lots of people making New Year's resolutions. Fitness, of course, is high on the list. We see a surge of people, don't we, coming to your gym, I guess, the Edge in Horsforth.
Yep.
Is it about this time of year on the back of these resolutions, the vows to get fit?
100%, yeah. Back end, sort of middle of January, people are flooding the gym. Everyone's got enthusiasm for getting in shape or doing the right thing. So yeah, we see a lot of that now this time of year.
Why do you think it is? Why do you think it's a resolution for people? Is it the overindulgence maybe of Christmas? It's a guilty, they've overdone it, it's a bit guilty and they go into the new year wanting to make the new self? I
do. I think that you've almost got to sink low to be able to come back up again, and that's what people do. They overindulge in December. I think not even just Christmas. Leading up to it, they have parties and all these things, and I think that January is a sort of chance to purge and get back in doing the right things.
So January is a busy month for you then?
Very busy, yeah. January, February. Tapers down a little bit after that, but very busy at the beginning of the year.
People have got great intentions, haven't they? And they're talking about, I'm going to look great in 2015, but at the start of the year, a lot of people are on it. Do many of them stay the course?
The majority don't. Obviously, there's people that go to the gym and do healthy things all year round, but they're probably in the minority. Most people are keen at the start, and then sort of, like I say, it tapers off probably by February, something like that.
Is it a weight loss thing then? Do people wanting to get trimmer, slimmer, or do you get as many men wanting to sort of bulk up and say, I want to get bigger and in better shape for New Year? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, but all those things. Everyone's got different goals. There are some people that want to be bigger, but for the most part, it's people trying to lose weight and they've gotten a bit heavy or a bit soft over Christmas, and that's like I say, the Christmas is the pinnacle of it. It's probably not. They may well have put on an extra bit over Christmas, but they've probably been letting it slide sort of all year, really.
So it's not just women; it's men. There's a mixture of both as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think men, as much as women, are quite image conscious. Whether men are more bothered at this time of year, like the ladies, or not, but they're both kind of. It's a regular thing that they're both wanting to look a certain way. Aesthetics is a big thing now. People want to look a certain way.
Are we fairly healthy? Are we a fairly fit bunch in Leeds?
I think so. I think probably Leeds is quite an image conscious place, and whether people would be as keen if being healthy didn't equate to looking the part, I don't know. But I think with Leeds being quite young, quite trendy, quite image conscious, I think that certainly fuels a large fitness industry.
Yeah, and obviously you're a fitness instructor, but you're also a nutritionist as well, and obviously diet is very much a resolution. I know the two kind of go hand in hand, but I mean, are people looking for a quick fix, or do they come to you and say, I want to get fitter, what should I be eating in this year?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I tell most people that the majority of what you're going to do that's going to affect how you look is diet. And when I say diet, I mean what you put in your mouth. So not going on a diet, and I would encourage people to address that first, really, rather than anything else, because that is the most important thing. If you're eating garbage, how can you expect to be anything else, really?
And of course, you operate out of your own gym as well, and not everybody can afford to maybe go to the gym. What can people be doing to sort of stick to these New Year's resolutions? How can they go out there and almost get fit for free, if you like? Yeah,
I mean, I think, I sort of, I would advise people quite a lot of the time to be doing things, do what we call resistance work. That means shifting weight in some way or another. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be barbells and dumbbells at the gym. That can be your own body weight. There comes a point where it's useful to shift some weight, and I think that is that's always going to be more beneficial than, say, spending hours and hours running, which a lot of people do because it's accessible and it's easy to do. We can just go outside and do that. But I would say, for the most part, for effective weight loss, what you have to do, obviously as well as the eating, is to build muscle. And that's how you're going to do that, by doing resistance work, as opposed to hours of cardio work.
Yeah, I mean, it comes across as quite serious business, doesn't it? And people do take these New Year resolutions pretty seriously. But, you know, fitness can be fun as well, can't it?
Of course, yeah. I mean, and the idea is, you know, you do these things, you exercise to live. You don't live to be doing the exercise. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a long time. 40 minutes, you know, 3-4 times a week, I think it is appropriate for most people. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half every day at the gym. And I think to build up to something, you know, seek some advice, you know, do something new, maybe attend a class, something like that. That can often that can take away the unknown nature of what you're doing. You know, you can be instructed, and you know, because like I said, people when they go too much too soon, it makes it much more likely that they're going to stop, and I think that would be that's the error that I think a lot of people make in this in the new year.
Lots of our viewers are, you know, they're family people, they've got a family as well. You can involve the kids, you get them involved and make it all part of a regime, and, you know, 2015 could be great for everybody. Yeah,
of course, yeah, and to do it all too, because it's important that really you're setting an example for the children as well, you know. A lot of kids aren't particularly active, and if they're seeing their parents being active and they're involving the children, they're doing things as a family, then the chances of success are much more likely if you can be spending time rather than, you know, spending a long time away from the family. If you can do these things together, that's got to be good for everyone, hasn't it?
You're a fit and healthy guy for obvious reasons. It is part of your job. So what would be your New Year's resolution? Is it difficult for you to come up with one?
Yeah, I'm not particularly big on for New Year's resolutions. I try and do what I'm supposed to do, I suppose, all year round. I certainly have lapses. I've not behaved myself over Christmas, but, you know, definitely. So I'll probably be training and doing things with a bit more enthusiasm over the coming months. But yeah, perhaps maybe work a bit less in January, although I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think that's about for all of us. Listen, great speaking to you today.
You're welcome.